Hello, this is Jonathan Leonard. This is a simple calculator. As we looked at last week, the various functions here. I'll just go through the changes to keep this video brief from last week. But what we attempted to do and failed, but nonetheless, maybe there's some insight you have there, is create a function that will essentially calculate your pay for you using structures. I couldn't think of another viable reason to have a structure inside of a calculator, so I thought I would try that. So there we had the void paycheck. Here is the case break, the switch part of the paycheck. So if you can push capital or lowercase p to calculate your paycheck. And then as we go down a little bit further here, we've added this line into the functions to enter P or P to calculate your paycheck. Then the void sections. The paycheck void is where I'm having some trouble. I tried to make a structure called employee with a character for entering your name, and then just integers for hours worked, hourly pay, and then ultimately the total wages you would have for the hours you input. So the structure employee, named it pay, and I attempted here to get the to call for somebody to enter their name and to scan and save that there in a pay.name structure. And that's where I am getting stuck. I haven't been able to get to these other lines of code yet, because during debugging it will hold up on this, and I'll show you that, and perhaps you have a recommendation for how I might be able to fix that problem. But ultimately what I would like to do is to have it prompt you for your name, your hours worked, your hourly pay rate, and then ultimately the wages would be the pay hours times the pay hourly pay, and it would print hello, whatever name you entered. Your paycheck will be X amount of dollars after working X amount of hours. And then the pay name, pay wages, and pay hours would be these user input numbers. But I'll show you here real quick. When I go to use this, all the other functions are still working. So if I go home here, you can see that the paycheck option is there. I would push P when I enter my name now, though. It throws with an error here, exception thrown, access violation writing location. I'm not quite sure what that means, and I can't seem to quite get past it, but that's where it stops the program there, and then it essentially freezes it. So just for the sake of trying something out here, I'm going to take this out temporarily and see if I can just do this without the name thing, and if it'll actually work. I don't know. This is the first time for it here. But if I were to have worked 10 hours at $10 an hour, that didn't quite work either. So gave me some crazy number here. So in any event, running out of time, but I'm still working on fixing this particular structure in here to actually do what I want it to do. But in the meantime, whoops, you can see that all the other functions are still working. So for instance, multiplication, 5 times 5 is still 25, and you can still clear the screen, get the home screen, and quit the program. Thanks so much. Any help you have would be greatly appreciated.